Stop me if this sounds familiar. You're working 70 hours a week, personally handling every lead, every decision, every single crisis in your contracting business. You're making decent money, but you're completely burnt out. Your family doesn't know who you are. Your kids only recognize you because you are their dad. And you keep thinking, if I just work a little harder, I'll break through that next level. Well, here's the brutal truth. I just helped a client generate $192,000 Canadian in their pipeline in less than 21 days while working less, not more. If you're a contractor stuck between $300,000 and $1 million wondering why you can't scale, the next 25 minutes could be life changing. Hey, I'm John. I'm from Iron Will Enterprise, and I help contractors build systems that scale. Now, before we dive into this quick case study, let me be clear. These aren't theoretical strategies. This is a real client, real results, real screenshots. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why most contractors plateau around $500,000 and how to break through that. Now, let me start with where the client was before we worked together. Now, this is an equipment dealer, and so think heavy machinery, mini excavators, skid steers, things like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. And they honestly face the same challenges as most contractors. Inconsistent lead flow, manual follow-up processes, no systematic approach to pipeline management, difficulty tracking ROI and marketing, things like that. Now, the owner is working 60 plus hours a week, personally handling everything from incoming to every follow-up, every decision. It's the classic contractor trap. You become the bottleneck in your own business. Now, you might think, I'm not an equipment dealer. This doesn't apply to me. Well, that's where you're wrong. Whether you're HVAC, roofing, plumbing, general contracting, solar installers, the system gaps are identical. Now, before building anything, we went ahead and did what I call a business health assessment. It's the same process I use with every contractor, and we took a look at 5 critical systems. First one is lead generation and follow-up systems. You're getting leads, but the response time is 4 to 8 hours. And no automated nurturing for leads who aren't ready immediately. You're losing 60 to 70% of potential revenue to poor follow-up. The next system we take a look at is operations and project management. Everything required owner approval. There was no clear delegation framework. Project profitability was guessed, it wasn't tracked. That leads us into team leadership systems. And we took a look, and new hires were taking 2 to 3 months to be productive. There was no documented processes. Quality standards lived in the owner's head. Customer experience and retention system, there was no communication with customers systematically. There was limited repeat business and referrals, and customer feedback was ad hoc. Financial management and growth planning was the last thing we took a look at, and that's where we found out a lot. The profit margins were estimated. They're not calculated. The revenue was unpredictable month to month, and there was no growth planning beyond getting more customers. Their business health score was 8 out of 25. Critical systems failure across the board. Now, the brutal truth is, most contractors' scores are between 6 and 12. Ones hitting $1 million plus in revenue consistently, now they score 18 to 22. Systems matter more than hustle. You have to understand that. So here's exactly what we built step by step. Okay, phase 1 was lead generation optimization. We started with Facebook ads because they needed immediate lead flow, and here's the key. We didn't just run ads, we built a complete lead capture and qualification system. So they weren't just talking to anybody, they were talking to qualified leads. Now the follow-up system we built, as you can see here, has a lot of different steps to it. Let's just break this down the simplest way we can. When the lead came in, it creates a contact, it assigns a sales pipeline, it updates the opportunity in that pipeline, assigns it to equally across all salespeople, and then it starts an automated SMS and email sequence. Okay, that's as simple as it needs to be. Okay, so phase 2 was pipeline management. Now we've got the leads in our pipeline, so we built a complete pipeline tracking system that shows where every lead is in the process, how long they've been in each stage, what the next action should be, and real-time conversion rates, so we know exactly where anything is going wrong, if anything. Now, phase 3 is conversion and optimization. This is where the magic really happened. We didn't just generate leads, we converted them at a higher rate than we'd ever seen. Okay, now if you take a look at this, this shows pretty simply, it's $192,000 in Canadian with a 666.61% growth from the past 31 days. Okay, would that change your life a little bit? I think it might. So how did we do this? This is pretty simple. It was 3 key changes. Speed of response was taken from 4 to 6 hours to under 15 minutes. We had a quality follow-up. Instead of generic messages, every touch point was personalized and valuable. Systematic process, nothing fell through the cracks because the system handled it automatically. They don't have to touch it so much anymore. Now, section 4, and this is section 4, and this is, I know you're probably thinking, this is great for equipment dealers, but I'm a contractor. How does this apply to me? Let me break it down for you. HVAC contractors. Same system generates emergency repair calls, maintenance contracts, and installation leads. If you're a roofer, storm season and insurance claims, preventive maintenance, they all require systematic follow-up. General contractors. Home renovations have a super long sales cycle. This nurturing system keeps you top of mind until they're ready to buy. For plumbers, emergency calls, that backed up bathroom on Super Bowl Sunday, scheduled maintenance, system upgrades, all benefit from automated follow-up and systematic customer communication. The systems are the same, it's only the messaging that changes. Now, the 5-system framework is based on this case study with hundreds of other contractor assessments that we've done. Here are the 5 systems every $1 million contractor has. Number 1, automated lead nurturing. Never let a lead go cold. 73% of contractors lose money here. Hopefully you're one of the ones that don't. System number 2, clear delegation frameworks. Your team should handle 80% of the decisions without even thinking about calling you. System number 3, real-time profit tracking, so you know if a job is profitable before it's finished, not after. System 4 is scalable customer management. Every single customer you have and will have should feel like a VIP, even when you're not directly involved. System 5 is strategic growth planning. You should be planning growth 12, 18, 24, 36 months ahead instead of reacting to what's happening now. Are you missing any of those? If you are, you're leaving money on the table. Now, if you want to see where your business really stands, I'm going to offer some free business health assessments this month. Same process I use with this dealer, same process I use every single time. It takes 15 minutes at most, and I'll identify your biggest system gaps and show you exactly what's costing you money and on average how much it's costing you annually. Look, the link's in the description, or you can comment assessment and I'll send you the details. And if you found this valuable, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe for more real case studies, system breakdowns, and trainings. And I'm documenting every single client win to show you exactly what's working and how to implement it into your own business. Just remember, guys, systems scale. Hustle don't. Have a good weekend.